Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Slow Burn Pro Wrestling Podcast, where all professional wrestling storylines live. As always, I am your host, Matt Brandon, bringing you all professional wrestling's news, notes, innuendos, and whatever else you can think of in the world that is pro wrestling. All right, man, have you ever came home from work and you're like, can't wait to go home? Can't wait to start talking about wrestling. Can't wait to get into wrestling. And then there's just like all of a sudden you look around and there's fucking water spewing up all over your damn yard and shit. Well, welcome to my evening, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you very much, Johnson Sprinkler Repair out of North Augusta. Wow, thank you very much. They came out right away, fixed us up. So awesome. A little free publicity from my 10. I almost went too far. 9 listeners. So if any of the 9 of you need any work done on your sprinkler system, Johnson Sprinkler Repair, right? It is North Augusta pride and blah, 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 blah. So, super awesome. Super awesome. Thank you very much, young man, for helping us out. But I still get to talk a little bit about wrestling. We're just running a little bit behind. I almost recorded a live to say, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to take another day off. And but you know what? That's not fair. It's not fair to you. And it's not fair to me. Because it's freaking Mania week, baby. And that's what we're worrying about. And that's where we're going. And that's what we're going to talk about. But today, I want to focus a little bit on last night's Monday Night Raw. What'd you think? I mean, I don't know. I'll go ahead and score it. Like I graded it as a B minus, and that's probably generous. To be honest, it's probably a little generous. It had some really good moments. A few of the moments I actually really liked. I will say, could we have like maybe like a few more video packages? Come on, man. That thing was so freaking loaded with video packages, and sometimes I want to watch wrestling. Just saying, I'm good with a video package here and there. Like, give me a Triple H package, I'm fine with it. Did I just say give me a Triple H package? Maybe I should rethink that a little bit, or I don't know. Like just Triple H video package after Triple H video package, and like I get it, and like I love Triple H, one of my all-time faves. I'd put him in my top 20. You might think, well, 20. Well, you know what? I've been watching a lot of wrestling since I was freaking 5 years old. So there you go. If he's in my top 20, pretty damn good. But sometimes, man, are we doing a little too much? Like the all-time WrestleMania matches, which I'm going to do my all-time WrestleMania matches actually later this week. I can't wait to do that. I'm going to try to do it on Friday. All right, but I want to go through my all-time WrestleMania matches. I want to rank them. I don't know if I'm going to do 5 or if I'm going to do 10. Well, I haven't made my mind up yet, so start thinking about that too. But like when I look at the WWE's all-time WrestleMania matches, and there's like 9 million freaking Triple H matches, and I'm sorry, but some of them not needed. Some of them just not needed. We don't have to keep tickling the boss's nuts every single time we get a chance, all right? And H, I love you. I love you. But that video package stuff was just a little too much for me, especially when you think about the fact that, like, there's a lot of wrestlers on these rosters that aren't going to be involved in Mania. Like, when you think about that, like, the Time to Shine, Showcase of the Immortals, and blah, blah, blah. And you're going to have quite a few people on your roster that aren't going to get a chance to go. Why not use the go home show to get a little bit more, even if they're like 7-8 minute matches? Like, think about that. Like, just a little bit of time. Mean to tell me that I couldn't have watched, like, I don't know, a tag team match between the LWO and the Creed brothers rather than seeing Ray take on Julius? And I'll get to that match in a little bit. But, like, I don't know. I just think there are some other options, especially with the women. Maybe we could have saw a few more women matches out there. But regardless, we're in the right spot. It is what it is. We're moving on because it's Mania week, baby. And I cannot wait. I'm so damn excited. So, we're catching back up too, guys. It's Tuesday, and we're doing a Tuesday show post Raw. Remember, I did a couple weeks ago. I said we're gonna take away the Monday show. We're gonna start doing Tuesday shows, so that way we can totally recap Raw the night after. Same thing we're gonna do with Thursday shows. With AEW Dynamite, so I really can focus on these flagship shows. Pardon me, but I thought that getting back on track today was a good thought. So, with that said, let's talk a little bit about Raw last night, live from Sacramento. Now, I will tell you, I got a little something there. I don't know, maybe I don't know. So, I will say something. That Sacramento crowd, it was weird, right? That crowd was weird. Like, I don't know, some of the chants didn't work. They Well, let's just say they booed fucking Paul Heyman. You don't boo Paul Heyman on my watch. I don't know. It seemed like there was some inopportune chants. It seemed like they kind of was split on the crowd. Some people were going babyface, some people were going heel. It just seemed like a really like down the middle crowd. They were hot at times, but then at other times they weren't. I mean, I don't know. It had its moments as far as the crowd, but at the end of the day, make them all European. And I stand by my comment. So we opened up with what was probably the greatest freaking Gunther promo of all time. All right, that's kind of how it was. It's the Gunther laid it out there. He comes down. He was so damn good. First off, when you think about the fact that English is not that man's first language, matter of fact, it's not even his second language. The work that he can do on the mic is outstanding. All right. It makes me realize just how freaking good this dude is at his craft. I mean, you got to think about the fact he's been over in Europe for so long. He did all of his stuff in German or have you. And then comes the NXT UK, does his stuff there, NXT. But that transition to English has been so freaking good for him. And I truly believe that that might have been his best ever promo. I truly believe that. It was different, right? He was dressed a little different. His attitude was a little different. I loved it. The couple things that he mentioned when he screamed at Jay, said, "You can't lace my boots." And there comes a point where the bell is going to ring. Like, man, oh man, that stuff got me going. Like, I was ready to freaking jump in the ring myself. And I don't know. It just really worked for me. So I also like the part where he said, "Last week I bathed in your brother's blood." I mean, every single member of the Anawai family are like, "Well, who the fuck is this guy?" And it worked. The whole thing worked. It was wonderful. I want to say this, though. Jay is in his head. Like we were losing a little steam on this feud. We were losing a little bit of steam. And I said last week when we had that Jay promo, all right, now we're bringing it back. The week before that, we got a little closer to bringing it back to as hot as it was after Royal Rumble with the Jimmy slap. Then Jimmy gets the shit kicked out of him. He's a bloody mess. Jay's trying to figure it out, what he's going to do. And then last week, Jay's in his face. He says, "I'm going to do this. I ain't scared of you no more, Oos." And like, that you can tell Gunther is playing that emotion, and it is so damn good. And later on in Jay's promo, what he does, oh my god, it was even better. I'm telling you, you'll be hard pressed to find a better promo this week than either of those. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they're 1 and 2 as far as our week rewards this week. Mania might have some cool stuff, but you don't always expect a lot of promo battles out of there. So, excuse me. So, with that said, awesome job. Really freaking electric job of the promo, Gunther. You delivered it perfectly. Your eye contact was perfect. The face to face with the camera was perfect. I don't know. The whole thing just worked. Again, I've said it 3 times now. That was his best promo, I think, that I've ever seen him. Not, you know what? I don't even think. That was his best promo I've ever seen him do. So freaking amazing. Awesome job. And I can't wait till this damn match, man. And I almost wish that, there's part of me that wishes it was still the main event. It's not. We could argue and fight about that forever. Michael Cole lied to us and said that it was going to be the main event. But, I don't know. It's going to be hot. And I'm telling you, if they put this match on before that main event, I would be nervous if I was Roman, Punk, and Seth, because they are going to mow shit down. So we started action off, our second little segment of the night. We had Bayley over Liv. Bayley over Liv Morgan. I just said, this is a damn good match, man. And I've told it before. Bayley makes everyone look so good. But right now, Liv is on top of the world, man. She is so damn good. She's doing such great work. But here's the one thing. It's kind of a shame. It really is. And I know what you're thinking. Like, why is that a shame? You just said it was such a damn good match. You just was talking about how great Bayley is and how Liv is doing so awesome and carrying the women's division, blah, 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 even though I didn't say that. I was thinking it. The reason it's kind of a shame is because these two are getting ready to gear up for a fucking tag team match. And I love tag team wrestling. I'm a huge tag team wrestling guy, but when you put your stars into the tag team spotlight, it seems to sometimes water things down. And when you really think about this, what would you rather see at WrestleMania? Would you rather see Liv and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra, which is what we're getting, or would you rather see freaking Bailey and Liv go one-on-one? Like, it's not even a choice. Number one, it gets Raquel out of the ring, and I'm fine with that. You guys know I'm not a Raquel Rodriguez fan. The other thing is maybe that also allows Lyra to defend her Intercontinental belt last night on frickin' Raw for the Go Home show, and then we don't have to worry about this, and it's a singles match for Mania. And I know there was no build to it. I get that, but when you watch those two dance, you almost think that we got to have some more of it. Like, we need some more of it. I really do believe that. So, really, really good job, ladies. I just thought the match was good. It'll be up there for match of the week. However, we all know that match of the week will probably almost certainly be something from Mania. And I have the match cards ready to go. Can't wait to do some predictions later this week, right? We had Rey Mysterio over Julius Creed. This was weird. I do want to say something, though. How damn good is Rey Mysterio? Or Rey Mysterio Jr., if you will. Like, how old is he? He's in his 50s, and the guy looks just as good. He doesn't do as much as what he used to do, but as far as in ring, telling a story, psychology, the whole nine, like, man, oh man, he's the best of all time as far as luchadors, and he still shows it time in and time out. Like, there's nothing he can't do, and I want to say that, like, he showed it. He really showed it. And you wonder, like, the Julius Creed stuff, I have said before, Julius Creed might be the most damn athletic freaking professional wrestler in the world. I don't care. I'll put him up against anybody. So to see him in a singles match, I really enjoyed that. I would like to see more of that, actually. What I would really enjoy now, since Ray beat him, let's let Julius go against Dragon Lee, right? Give me that. Um, I don't know why. It just seems like that match would be so much fun. And it still leads to the stuff with the LWO and American Made. So, but Ray comes out on top. We know what's going on here. We have a little bit of a scrum at the end. And then enter El Grande Americano. I tell you what, this dude's an absolute legend. The guy is an absolute legend. But I want to say this. Okay, number one, everybody gets banned from ringside. All right, so LWO gets banned from ringside. Great freaking job by the officials, by the way. And American Made gets banned from ringside. Awesome. Everybody's gone. So you get Ray versus Julius Creed, one-on-one, no interference. We know what's going on, right? If you didn't have El Grande Americano come out after this, like, you would have missed on such a huge. I was just waiting for the moment for him to come out, and it happened, right? It happened after the match. Ray gets his clean victory. That's over. It's all good, and then out comes El Grande. And I want to say, putting the steel plate inside of the lucha mask and using the diving headbutt and using the flying headbutt, like, man, this genius. And I want to say, it feels like we've all seen this before, right? You know why? Because we've all seen this before. I feel like this storyline is a throwback from the freaking late 80s or mid 80s. I don't know. I'm seeing like the Midnight Rider. I'm seeing Dusty as the Midnight Rider here, although it's a heel doing it this time. Like, and you guys know what I'm talking about. If you remember that Dusty Rhodes wearing the Midnight Rider mask, but yet still had the giant birthmark on his side. Like, ooh, who could that be? So I love these type of stories. There's some nostalgia to it. It's fun. And you know what? Now that they're using the steel plate in the head, it makes it even more nostalgic for me. You gotta love a good hidden foreign object in professional wrestling. We don't get enough of that anymore. Think about Abdullah the Butcher and his freaking fork, right? Think about all the bionic elbows, the freaking steel plate in the arm, like the hidden foreign objects that no one knows about. The steel plate and the lucha mask, though, fantastic, well done. El Grande Americano. I mean, what are you going to do? The guy is going to get he's going to get his chance. Now, with that said, if I'm Chad Gable, I might be a little pissed off because El Grande Americano gets a WrestleMania match, and Chad Gable, well, I mean, what's he gonna do? Come out with him? I don't know, and maybe he'll be banned from ringside. I can't even keep a damn straight face when I do it. Great job. I love it. I know it's kind of getting some flack in the wrestling world right now of being like too childish or whatever. Y'all kiss my ass. That's fun. That stuff is so freaking fun. So great job with that. We had AJ over carrying Cross. I kind of liked it. The match itself, I don't think was as outstanding as what you're used to out of AJ. But I want to say, carrying Cross, man, he's underrated. He really is. I'm a weirdo that I like his character work in a way right now. Like, I want to say this though, there was a change to him last night. The gear was different. He came out to his old music from the NXT. Thank you, Michael Cole, for pointing that out too. That's fantastic, fantastic broadcasting. But yeah, I thought that look was better. I thought Scarlett did a great job in the corner. I really, really enjoyed the end with the finish with the phenomenal forearm where he put his hands behind his back and just took it. Like, yeah, he wants AJ to cross over and be that nasty ass, mean Bullet Club AJ Styles, right? That's what we're after here. And you know what? I'm good. I'm good with it. And maybe there's something there because, like I said before, Karrion Cross, he checks all the boxes, man. He's decent on the mic. He can go in the ring. He's got the look. Like, I don't know. I maybe he's just been wallowing in the back pages for a while, and it's time to kind of get him that start. So I enjoyed it. It was a different Karrion Cross, somewhat. Yeah, we'll see where they build off of it. I'm kind of excited to see where they build off of it. So that brings us to Jay's promo. What I put on my notes here, it just says, "Oh fuck yes, we are back." And that's how I feel about it, man. Doing the promo off the announce desk reminds me exactly of the promo he did in Atlanta at Raw, where he stood on top of the announce desk there, which I thought has been the best promo that he's done in this feud since he won the Royal Rumble. So, until last night. Okay, last night he tore the damn house down. And it was like he adjusted too. He wanted to come out very serious. He wasn't yeeting with the crowd when he came out. You know, he was very matter of fact. I like the black look where he's just, I mean, staring freaking nails into his opponent. Like, the rough look. He's ready to kick ass, you know. But then he adjusted because the crowd, you're not gonna get out of there without freaking yeeting. Hell, Pat McAfee was yeeting all over himself. Michael Cole was bad timingly eating all over himself. But I really think this worked. I like how he, I'm here for this. I'm gonna be a badass. I'm gonna do this. But you know what? I still got to give the crowd what they want. Roll that song again. And if you notice, they did a shorter version of the song as well, which I thought was a smart move because you're not eating up time either. So, really, really well done. It checked all the boxes, and all it did was make me that much more excited for Saturday night, right? Let me look at the card here. It is Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday. I keep getting them confused. I'll get them all sorted out. I know the card, but except for one match because we don't know what Randy's going to do yet. So, yeah, it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. And that brings us to a little Intercontinental title flavor warm up as we had Finn Balor versus Penta. Finn's going to win by DQ, not because Penta cheated, but because Braun Breaker rips people in half. That is how we do. Here's the thing. All right, we're getting that fatal four way. Braun Breaker defending the IC belt. By the way, look at this. Check this. Check out my slap bracelet IC belt. You gotta freaking like that shit, right? So I'm gonna collect all of these. I don't know why. I'm just weird. I think they're neat. But anyway, so Braun Breaker defending that IC belt against Penta, against Finn, and against Dom. Fatal four way at Mania. And that is going to be Sunday night. It's on night two. And I think it could be an absolute banger. I know a lot of people are against it. And I'm not totally for it. I would much rather see Penta and Braun Breaker, even though at this point it's babyface. I don't know. What I said here is this match wasn't what I wanted because going into it, like I hear Finn Balor versus Penta, and I think we're gonna have the freaking match of the week. There's no one that's gonna be close, and blah blah blah. The match itself was a little bit wonky. The finish, I understand the DQ finish, getting Braun involved. You also getting Dirty Dom involved. The humor of Carlito being involved. Carlito runs from the spear, and he ends up taking one anyway. By the way, if you didn't see the social media stuff from Carlito this past week, since I didn't do a whole lot of shows, I didn't talk about it, but he basically announced he was dead from the spear from Braun Breaker from last week. So really enjoyed that. I don't know. We'll see how it sets up. We'll really do. I don't know the direction we're going here. I really don't. What I'm hoping we get out of this is Dom versus Finn and a Judgment Day split. That's my main goal out of this, but I'll do my predictions later on. I promise I'll get, not today. Not today. We're not doing predictions today. So that brings us to the end, man. And Heyman. First off, Heyman all night. the camera going back, showing him backstage, the walk in at the beginning. By the way, the Heyman strut, I freaking loved it. I really liked the piece that they did when they had the camera on him and the TV was there, so it was like Heyman for Infinity. I know this is really weird. I know most people probably didn't see that and think anything. That kind of turned this story to be a little bit more Paul Heymanish. And I know we've been kind of gearing towards that, but when I saw that camera, now that was purposely, by the way. You can say it was an accident all you want. That was done on purpose. WWE don't do shit like that on accident, right? But the camera off to the side, Paul in front of the TV, and then you see the TV and Paul, and the TV and Paul. So it's Paul Heyman for Infinity, okay? That made me think that this story is so far from over. That made me think that this story is so centered on Paul Heyman. I'm here for it. I can't freaking wait. I can't wait. Again, I'm not always for the multi-man matches on these big pay-per-views because it just shows me you're just trying to get people TV time. This one I'm totally good with. I really am, and I can't think of a better freaking triple threat moving forward here. Roman versus Punk versus Seth. Wow. First off, 3 of my all-time favorites. 2 that I would probably put in my top 10. It's Roman and Punk. I'm a Seth guy. I like Seth, but I'm down on Seth a lot too. So I want to say, by the way, his clothes that he wore last, I almost called it an outfit. Men don't wear outfits. Seth does, but his clothes he wore last night, I like that. It was very Shieldish, was it not? The black vest, the black pants, black glasses. Very, very Shieldish. Just saying. And while Seth is out there, his conversation with Roman wasn't quite as bad. Matter of fact, he was kind of that devil on Roman's shoulder, if you think about it, right? He chose Punk. Seth made, and then Roman's like, yeah, you know what? You did. You did choose him, And I thought, damn, that's freaking good, man. That is quality cinema right there. And I am so happy. And I know there's a lot of crazy rumors. I know, and I'm not going to even go into the rumors today because I'm going to hold off on my predictions till later. I'll probably do some predictions later on, maybe for the Saturday short. That's what I just focus on is WrestleMania predictions. That's probably a good idea. But regardless, we're going to get to those. But man, I'm telling you, this could be so much more. Is the rumors happening? Is someone else going to show up? Is Paul going to go the way of Seth? Is Paul going to choose Punk? Is Paul going to stick with the tribal chief? Like, I don't know. But whatever Mr. Heyman does, I'm totally fine with because I trust Paul Heyman with my life when it comes to wrestling stories. So there you go. This direction is so good. It's just so good. I don't see a flaw in it right now. I don't. And maybe I will. Maybe that'll change, but I'm so excited. And a lot of it has to do because of damn Roman and Punk. I was actually asked, but well, wouldn't you rather see Roman and Punk one-on-one? Not yet. Not yet. I want this. I want this triple threat match because I want to see some direction here, and I know we're going to be gearing towards a Punk and Roman square off at some point, probably some point soon. But I would say definitely in this calendar year. But it's not needed yet. And that's how damn good all of this is. That's so good that these two, they don't even have to touch yet one-on-one for this whole story to actually go and make sense. So thank you, Paul Heyman, as always, doing what you do. Okay. So like I said, overall, B- of a show for Raw. I enjoyed it. It could have been better. It could have been worse. That's probably a very generous grade for it, to be honest. But yeah, it's a go home show. So you guys know sometimes I'm like down on a go home show and much more appreciative of the comeback show. So we'll see. But I'll be honest, it's fucking Mania season. Who cares? It's Mania week. Like I'm nitpicking everything because I'm so damn happy. Speaking of which, moving on, NXT tonight. They haven't gave us a whole lot on NXT. We know that we are going to hear from Oba. We know we're going to hear from Trick. We're going to hear from Javon Evans. Ricky Saints is going to appear. We're going to see Stephanie Vaquer. No one else is actually scheduled unless something's came out in the last hour or so. We are going to get an awesome fatal four-way for number one contendership of the North American Championship as Ethan Page, Lexis King, Wes Lee, and Eddie Thorpe are going to vie for that number one contendership, and the winner will take on Ricky Saints. That match is going to be good. That match is going to be really, really good. If I have to go ahead and pick a winner, considering it's Ricky Saints that they're going to take, I'm thinking Wes Lee. I don't know why. I think Wes Lee goes over there. It's got to be a really strong heel to go against Ricky right now. If not, I'm not really sure the direction here. So, and I mean, honestly, Ethan Page, strong heel. Lexus King, right now, straddling the fence, still a strong heel. Eddie Thorpe doing some really decent heel work right now. So, yeah, basically heel, 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 heel. Uh, the best heel out of those right now, as far as the work that's being done, it's either Wes Lee or Ethan Page, and I'd give the nod to Wes Lee. Now that could be because of how much I watch TNA and my love for that storyline, but regardless, I trust it. It's going to be good. And I'm good. I think it's going to be nice, and I don't think whoever wins that is going to be able to upend Ricky Saints at Stand and Deliver. I just don't. They won't take that strap off of him that fast. So the other match that they've scheduled for tonight is a tag team gauntlet for the number one contendership. We're going to get Hank and Tank. We're getting Tyson and Tyreek. I'm sure Wesley will be in their corner. We are going to get quite a few people actually. We're going to get No Quarter Catch Crew. Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights are going to be in it. We're going to get Josh Briggs and Kenoshi Amaniora. So, like, all of these, it's going to be really good. And it's a lot of this is going to depend on the order. I will say, I hope they let it go the distance. I don't want it to be cut off short. If I'm picking a winner of this, I'm going with Briggs and Amaniora. It just makes sense for them to be the ones to take on Fraxium moving on. And I seriously believe we are coming to an end of Fraxium. Just my honest opinion. It's just how I feel about it. I could be wrong. I could be right. We shall see. So, yeah, lots of stuff going on. Guys, if you don't know the WrestleMania card yet, quickly, I'll go over some of it. Saturday, you got War Raiders versus New Day. You got Rey Mysterio versus Grande Americano. I can't believe I drew a blank there. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. We have Tiffy Time versus Charlotte Flair, Gunther versus Jey Uso, and our triple threat of Roman, Punk, and Seth. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. That is your Saturday card. Your Sunday card, you got Liv and Raquel defending their tag belts against Bayla and Lyra Valkyria. Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. Bayla. That would be their tag team name, I guess. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. That match is going to be freaking amazing. Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn versus Dom. Fatal 4-Way. We will see. I spent a little bit of time talking about that. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. This one could silently steal the show. Just saying. I know two big meaty men slapping meat, and that's not always the WrestleMania recipe. This one could be freaking good. This one could be really, really good. And I'm not a Damian Priest guy. I'm just a Drew McIntyre guy, all right? And then we have our Women's Championship, Io Sky, Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, and our main event of the whole thing, Cody versus John Cena. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Now, again, we're not going to get a Randy Orton match named yet. Friday night, I'm sure we're going to get Randy. Randy's going to be on that Sunday card because you got 7 matches on Saturday, 6 on Sunday, so you're probably going to throw Randy on that Sunday card. I don't know. After the promo, is it Nick Aldis? Maybe. God, I'd love that. I know most of you out there have not watched Nick Aldis's work. If you need to, all right, his stuff that he did with the NWA Championship, oh my God, so good. The first ever All In, he's the main event versus Cody Rhodes when Cody right before AEW, which is really the birth of AEW that day. So like the guy is so damn good. So it'd be nice to see him in the ring. However, my guess is that it's going to be solo. My guess is it's going to be Randy solo. I hope it's Aldis, but my guess is solo. So we shall see. But that's the only match we don't know about so far. And again, I'm going to do all my predictions later this week. So, and I can't wait to do that. Guys, it's freaking Mania week. I'm so excited. I will be back. I'm probably going to take tomorrow off. That might change though. All right. That might change. I could change it and we'll do something. I don't know. But definitely going to be back to you on Thursday with our Dynamite recap. We'll go over some more stuff probably from NXT, and I'll preview our TNA Impact for this week. Got Sacrifice coming up on Friday too. Something else we got to talk about, TNA Sacrifice. We'll give all my predictions, and I am going to rank my my list of best all-time WrestleMania matches. So that is coming. I'm gonna have somebody help me out with this list too. And you know who you are. I can't wait to talk to you. So yeah, it's all good. It's Mania week, baby, and I'm here for it. You have been listening to the Slow Burn Pro Wrestling Podcast, where all professional wrestling storylines live. As always, I am your host, Matt Brandon. Thank you very much for joining me. Guys, subscribe, like, share, do whatever you can. Join my YouTube channel, by the way. Please do that. Yeah, just help me out all you can, because we're grinding here and we're making it work. Guys, in this world, we're wrestling everything. Stay on top. This is the Slow Burn.